In Matthew chapter 16, verse 6, Jesus warns his disciples against the teaching of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Jesus said to his disciples, "Be careful, guard yourself against the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees." Both Pharisees and Sadducees were religious leaders at the time of Jesus. Jesus calls the Pharisees and teachers of the law many things, such as blind guides, fools, snakes, hypocrites, children of hell. Jesus rebuked the Pharisees and the teachers of the law because they were hypocrites. They were evil on the inside, but pretended to be good on the outside. They also made it impossibly difficult to follow God's laws, and they did not help those who were in need. They also did everything for show, so that everyone would think they were holy. They did not worship God. They worshiped themselves. Yeast is a fungus and was often used to make bread. When yeast is used, it goes all throughout the flour. When you bake bread with yeast, it turns into carbon dioxide and alcohol. The carbon dioxide leavens the bread or makes the bread rise, and the alcohol adds flavor. Yeast can be very useful, but Jesus is using yeast as a metaphor. Like yeast, when an evil thought enters our hearts, it can spread throughout our hearts and defile our hearts. The evil teachings of the Pharisees and the Sadducees can enter our hearts and our minds and make us impure and unclean. Unlike the Pharisees and the Sadducees, we must have integrity. Our beliefs, what we say, and what we do must all align. We must desire to help those who are in need and actually help them. We must not be proud, but be humble. We must not worship ourselves, but worship God. Even believing a little bit of what the Pharisees and the Sadducees taught can have terrible consequences. Instead, with all of our strength, with all of our heart, and with all of our mind, we must focus on Jesus and the teachings of Jesus.